Okay, so, oh my god. Oh my god, you guys, this just happened. This literally just happened like an hour ago. Oh my god. So I got woken up from my sleep. I was asleep to the sound of what it sounded like somebody being body slammed. I'm not even kidding you. Body slammed against my wall, like, and then screaming, like they were like screaming like bloody murder. It was a woman. She was like screaming, and it sounded like she had been like pushed. Stupid door. It sounded like she had been like pushed against the wall, and she was like screaming and crying. And I woke up to that. Like I woke up. I heard the sound, and I also heard a baby crying in the apartment next to me. Um, and I heard a guy. Well, like barely heard him, but it sounded like somebody. It sounded like she had been like body slammed into the like into the wall of the wall on the side of my bed. So I woke up right away. I heard that. I mean, a lot of people in the building like heard it. And yeah, it sounded like he had like pushed her really badly or like assaulted her, like physically like assaulted her. And it was really serious, severe domestic violence situation where the guy, it sounded like, was like beating on her. So at the time, like I just woke up, so I was like thinking as well. And I gave like the non emergency people like my contact information. And then they came like pretty quickly, came by to talk about it. And there's neighbors too that like witnessed it or like they heard it. And like I'm just upset right now. Like I'm like really furious. I need to take a drink. I actually am gonna have a smoke because I was like so upset about this because she was like being assaulted. And I don't play around with domestic violence. I don't play around with violence against women. I don't play around with violence against children. I don't play around any of that shit. So I was gonna open the door and it was so loud. And I saw the apartment number and I told them. I told the non-emergency line and I feel like really kind of bad because I like don't know. It should have probably been emergency at the time instead, but I was like so out of it and just so tired that I didn't really think at the time and I just called a different, like, probably the wrong number. And I don't know if is that them? No. Anyway, I'm really furious. Like I'm upset because the non-emergency contacts, like police, like they came by and they took some information and then they like literally almost looked at me like they looked at me like almost like what are we doing here? Like what are we doing here? They kind of gave me like this dismissive look and I was just like, oh, like I was like so upset. And they took some information down. I told them what happened, that I heard a kid in there, like, and see, you guys know, like, I'm not a fan of kids, but I'm not a monster, and I don't want any violence happening to them, and I don't want any violence happening in front of them, because I understand all that, because when I was a kid, I had to witness male violence. Yeah, growing up, I had to witness seeing men, grown ass men beating on my mother, and I had to grow up witnessing violence. So I don't want any other, kids to have to witness that or go through it. So I told them that there was like literally a crying infant in there. And I really wanted to step outside and go all fucking gangster. Like I really did on them. But then what happened was it looks like, ran out and maybe went with somebody else and tried to get somewhere safe away from him. And I don't know, he ran off like the coward he is, because anybody who, puts their hands or is violent to a woman or in front of children is a piece of shit, is a coward. So they're a coward, and they ran off because they're a coward. But so yeah, so I told them, and then like they took information down, and then they're like, oh, we gotta go do something else. So they left right away, and I was like, what the fuck? And then they didn't come back for like 20, 30. They didn't come back ever. It had been 30 minutes. I called them back, and then the same two people came out to investigate it. The same two men. They were men. They came out to talk to me again, and there was witnesses, like there was like people out willing to talk to them, like neighbors that I was talking to at the time, to help, be witnesses, because they heard it too. They heard the violence happening, and they came out again to talk to me and the guy, the witness, and they were standing down the middle, by the building. They took one look at us, and then they're like, oh, we gotta go do something, and they were almost like laughing, and they just walked off. Like, I could not believe this shit. I could not believe this shit. I couldn't even file a report. They literally didn't even let me do that. They just walked off. They just walked off. I was like, what the fuck? Like, they were like not taking it seriously. They were not taking it seriously, and this was fucking assault. Yeah, this was assault. So I asked to speak to a supervisor, and I'm going to, but that was fucking assault against a woman with a infant present in the apartment. A crying infant. I think the fuck not, bitch. I think the fuck not. So I got really upset. I stepped outside. I talked to them, and they just left. 2 times they came by and they walked away. I'm so pissed off because like she's not safe. Like that kid is not safe, and that dude needs to be hunted down. Like he needs to be locked up. And they, I don't know, they gotta find him. I'm so pissed off at this situation, you guys. And it was 2 male officers. Male is the keyword there. And I reported violence from a man against a woman and a child. What did they do? They looked at me like why are we here? Kind of almost like not taking it seriously. I should have called the emergency number at the time it happened, and now things are kind of quiet. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I should have called them. That was like just, it was like stupid because now it's probably too late. Like, I mean, I technically maybe could, but I was just like, what? Like, I was like, what the, like, so, yeah, it was like, they didn't take it seriously. They didn't. And like I said, 2 men just like, and I told them like that we all heard it, everybody like in the building, really severe violence against her, and she was like screaming, like crying, like like he hit her, and like he was like slammed her against the wall or something, and she was screaming at the top of her lungs, and there was a kid in there, and I told them everything, and they just literally like walked off. That was like, oh my god, you guys, like I don't know what to do right now. Like I gotta do something because I'm not just gonna like let this shit slide. Like they have to get to a safe place, like they have to get away from that guy. They have to get the hell away from him because it can get really severe really fast, like really bad. The guy was talking to the other like witness. He was saying he's seen incidences like that in his life. I mean, he's witnessed it because he works with like people, like social services, and talked about like just severity of these situations, like like, and so he knew, but oh my god, I just can't believe like they like walked away right away and just like dismissed it, and they haven't come back, and it's been like over 30 minutes. Like this is what I mean. Like when you report, a lot of the times when you report like domestic violence against women, like it's not taken seriously. It's not, a lot of the times it's not taken seriously. This is why we women, we're literally on our own. We're on our own. And you know what? Statistically speaking, the most dangerous fucking thing you could ever do as a woman is live with a man and have a man in your house, especially with a child. Yeah, that's the most dangerous fucking thing you can do. And tonight, like, you can't hear anything right now, but like, this proves it. This proves it. This is like 100% why I told myself after witnessing all this male violence that I'm never gonna fucking live with a man ever in my life. No, absolutely not. That you couldn't pay me $50 million to ever live with a guy. I don't care who he is. I don't care how nice he says he is. No, I'm never doing it. Because statistically, that could mean my death. So this is what I mean. This is what I'm talking about in this country, is that they don't take it seriously. Until, you know when they take it seriously? You know when they take domestic violence against women seriously in this fucking country? Is when you're pretty much already dead or you're about to die. That's when they take it seriously. Like, they don't. Like, I've had incidents myself with like stalking, severe stalking from men. Yeah. Do you think that they took it that seriously? It's only until you're dead. That's why, like, a lot of times you can't rely on them. You can't. Like, if you're a woman, like, and you, especially if you have a kid, like, you can't play around with this shit. Like, you know? So yeah, I'm just like, I don't know. But yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. And it like triggered me. Like, I woke up to the sound of her like getting beat, and it like brought me back to like my childhood, like, you know, like witnessing that. And it like, I've had like all these flashbacks of like violence in my childhood, like, you know, in that moment, because it takes you back to, you know, it takes you back to like the violence that you witnessed as a child. And it's scary. Male violence is scary. Female violence is bad too, but it doesn't escalate. It doesn't get, it's not as severe as male violence. No, it doesn't actually result in severe injury usually, or hospitalization or death. It doesn't. Male violence, on the other hand, does. So my God, I don't know. I gotta do something, because I feel like this is really personal too. Like, this is personal to me, because I'll be damned if I'm gonna let one more abuser. I'll be damned if I'm gonna let one more male abuser get away with this shit. Beating on women when they have a child, you know. And I'll tell you another risk, another domestic violence statistic is when a woman is pregnant, that's when the man usually gets the most violent. Yeah. When you fall pregnant, that's a lot of the times when he gets the most violent. When you have an infant, yeah. Yeah. So some protectors, a lot of them are, right? Protectors. No, you gotta protect yourself from them a lot of times. And that's what we don't want to talk about as a society, do we? We just want to say, oh, that's only the few bad apples. No, it's not. It's a lot of them. It's a huge number of them. There is something fucked up in the minds of a lot of men to do that to women and children. Really fucked up. Fucked in the head. So I'm gonna do something. Like, I'm not just gonna sit here and continue making this video. I'm gonna, like, I gotta do something. I don't know, I just feel like I gotta do something. I really have to go out and do something. Like, this is not okay. I need somebody to take my report. That's what I need. I need to document this. I need somebody to take my report seriously. This is not a domestic violence situation, because you know what? When one woman is not safe, when one child is not safe, none of us are safe. Nobody is fucking safe. And it does affect you. It's not a personal situation. It's not domestic anything. It affects the whole world. It affects everybody. So I'm going to do something about this shit. I'll be damned if I'm gonna let this shit slide. No. So you guys wish me luck. I'm going to see if I can do something about this. Or make a report or get something done, because they didn't take my report. They didn't take my report. They didn't even take my report. They didn't take it seriously. They just walked off. They walked off not once, but 2 times. Yeah. They walked off on me 2 times.